Pixel 8 Pro, you got questions, I got answers, 5 of them, let's go. Is the Pixel 9 worth upgrading from the Pixel 8 Pro? Or why am I not reviewing the Pixel 9 series? In my opinion, the Pixel 9 series doesn't bring any groundbreaking innovations in camera capabilities to justify upgrading from the Pixel 8 Pro. The main distinction is the ultra-wide, I'll put it here, the ultra-wide aperture size, which is a subtle difference. While there are some video and photo AI enhancements and a slightly refined user experience, I think these changes aren't impactful enough to make the upgrade worthwhile. Both phones feature a 50-megapixel main camera and super res zoom, so I think the core camera performance remains essentially the same. So for now, I consider the Pixel 8 Pro to be a future-proof choice, and I believe it's often better to wait 2 generations between phone upgrades to see a meaningful difference. So that's why I'm holding off for the Pixel 10 release instead. I hope that explains. Second question, which one is better, iPhone or Pixel 8 or Pixel 9? Drum rolls! I would pick the Pixel phone. Surprise, surprise! Now, if you're already using other Apple devices, the iPhone does offer a more integrated workflow, especially for security reasons. For example, if your laptop is locked, you can unlock it with your iPhone, right? When it comes to camera quality, if video stabilization or cinematic mode is more important to you, I think the iPhone still has an edge over the latest Pixel phones. I've said this before, the iPhone's zoom transitions are far more seamless compared to the Pixels. But that doesn't mean the Pixel's video quality isn't great. When recording at up to 30 FPS, you can choose between standard, lock, or active mode for video stabilization. Plus, it has a cinematic mode that works perfectly, which I'll explore more in my future videos. And it's great for vlogging. That said, I'll stand by this. The zooming on Pixel phones could be improved, and I think it should be improved ASAP. But it's not a deal breaker for me. What is my favorite set and forget camera setting on Pixel 8 Pro? When I film for YouTube, I use the highest FPS because more and more people prefer watching videos in the highest resolution possible, especially for those watching on larger screens. And this is also the feedback I got from viewers. Other than that, it depends on the scene. For example, if it's snowing here, like it is right now, it just looks nicer when I switch it down to 24 FPS, and it adds a cinematic touch. So I like that, but I don't have a one-size-fits-all setting. Someone asked me my best editing tips for shots taking with Astro mode. So definitely shoot in RAW format to retain as much detail as possible, which gives you more flexibility in editing. I will highly suggest using Lightroom or Snapseed, some form of photo editing application. And actually, let me walk you through an example here. Alright, I'm in the Lightroom mobile app. I'm editing the sky and foreground separately. So now I start by masking the sky, and I will adjust the contrast and exposure to refine the brightness and details. Then I will move to the effects panel and use dehaze to enhance the texture of the Milky Way. You can also increase the clarity as well. Next, I mask the foreground using a radial gradient tool. A brush or linear gradient tool works too, your choice. I then increase the exposure to make the foreground more visible. I hope you like the result. Question 5, how to safely deal with wild animals in the dark. I think this is a great question because safety always comes first. My experience with wild animals has been limited so far, though I mostly take photos at night in national parks, deserts, and urban areas. The first thing that comes to mind is snake bite protection. I recommend looking up snake gaiters for reference. I just checked them with my husband, and he reminded me that we also carry pepper spray, especially in areas where people nearby, because in his words, people can sometimes be the most dangerous. I think he has a point. Staying aware is key. I would read the park information, make noise while walking, talking, or laughing helps, and let the wildlife know you're there. And having a good light source is essential. It helps you see where you're going and avoid surprising any wildlife. Mountain lions come to mind, but they're not likely to mess with people. They tend to stay far away. My encounters have been uneventful, and I like to keep it that way. One time, bats repeatedly flew over me in a narrow valley in Death Valley. I've also seen raccoons scavenging leftovers from a dumpster near where we were shooting in San Francisco. I don't like raccoons, find them pretty dangerous, but my reaction at the time was non-reactionary. Since neither my husband nor I carried food in our backpacks, we simply just observed and let the animals go about their business. That's it for the 5 questions. Let me know if you have more, and I'll be happy to cover them in the future video or in the comments. And I hope you find this video useful. In the next video, I'll show you how to utilize the different modes on the Pixel 8 Pro and how they can impact your video creation. Since I'll be out of town, it'll be a travel video. So stay tuned and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.